It's Kris and Caroline Stanbury's Not So Epic podcast.
Brought to you by NMC Healthcare and Cosmesurge. Head to cosmesurge.com.
It's Kris and Caroline Stanbury's Not So Epic podcast. We're back once again.
Welcome back, Kris.
Thank you. You're the one that's traveling everywhere these days. I'm just trying to keep up with you on Instagram. It's very difficult. It's good, though. I'm glad you're getting out.
Thanks.
Meeting people.
I am getting out and meeting people. I'm loving it. I'm off to New York now.
I know you're honestly,
Vegas.
it's not, I know there's so much going on with the Stanbury. Stanbury?
Yes, Stanbury. You should know this by now, Kris. We've been partners for a few months.
When is our year friendship anniversary? Because I met you December, is it?
Yeah, I mean, I don't know.
December 11th was your...
Oh, yeah, December 8th.
December.
No, but you met me the week before because I came on the show.
Yeah, so it'd be about early December. December 3rd or 4th was the... It's weird that we've built a relationship that we feel like we've known each other for a lot longer than a year, which is super cool.
Yes, you're like my brother now.
It's cute. I like that. No, really, honestly, I feel like you click with some people. Some people think that friendship it needs to be how many years have you known someone for? Sometimes you can really, especially being in a city like Dubai, where I feel like sometimes they're not forced friendships, but you are forced to meet new people.
I really feel like that, which is an interesting topic for me because obviously you and I both meet a lot of people.
Yeah.
A lot. And you interview people all the time. And some people you really get a connection with, other people you don't. And, I think we have a great connection. And we do have this sort of push and pull, hilarious relationship where we do tease each other a lot. We have become like brother and sister. And that doesn't, I think you can tell, and I hope you guys can tell from the podcast actually, that the connection is like organic and it's natural and it's like it you can't fake that. And I think that that's very interesting, especially with the difference between men and women, which is what I wanted to talk to you about today.
Okay.
These kind of things, we have very different views on things. We come from
So
very different backgrounds.
So different, yeah. We have so many different views. It's funny, not just from a male and female perspective, but I think just from a maybe upbringing perspective. I don't know. It's weird. I don't think either are wrong or right, but we are. But I think that's what is cool. I think there's a good connection there. And yeah, I mean, I've worked on radio for 20 years, and it's not easy to find a connection with someone, especially when it comes to talking into microphones like we're doing right now for the podcast. But I think the connection's there, which is good. So
we have good banter. But at the beginning, you did say that I was really rubbish at this, but
you're learning to ask more questions and not just be about yourself.
Yes. Story of my life in all my relationships apparently. Well, it's not just about me. I don't understand.
Yeah, what do you mean? What do you mean? There's other people here that we have to talk to and get to know.
I'm coming here every week and you're not interviewing
me.
Right.
Listen, you guys have been sending us so many messages, and we want to keep asking you to share it in your Instagram or Snapchat or Twitter or Facebook. Please push our podcast for us. We really love getting new sort of viewers on. We love you guys that send us messages. How many messages do we get that we screenshot to each other? We get an inbox and it's like, oh my gosh, I love listening to your podcast. You guys make me laugh. We literally, Caroline or myself will screenshot and send it to each other. And it's just sort of oh, that makes us feel so cool. So please, we hope that you're enjoying what we're doing. As we said, push it, tell all your friends about it, and follow us on Instagram. Slide up in those DMs. I'm a little nervous on today's episode because I feel like I'm being put to the test.
You're nervous because Kris has built a career here on being PG Kris and not answering any questions about female things and anything fairly, anything that pushes boundaries for him. So today, no, it's not. It doesn't even have to be. It's not dirty. It's just out of your comfort zone. You like to push the questions back on everybody else. And I think one of the things that we keep getting questions on is either health and beauty or the difference between men and women and things like this. And you're father of 2 young girls, and all this kind of stuff, and different what makes you tick, what turns you on, what turns you off, women want to know these things. You're a bit of a sex symbol here.
Hey.
As much as it pains me to say.
Thank you.
On the other hand,
wow.
I am too. Give me some.
Yeah. No, just stick to me for a while.
Okay, fine.
Just touching my arms. Hey, Kris. So what are you doing? Are you going to be asking me a bunch of questions here? Is this what's going on?
Yeah, I think we're going to ask you some questions. So basically, I mean, as a guy, girls we're interested in this. How do you, what does attract you to a woman? What is the first thing you look for?
Okay, really difficult.
I mean, having said that, everyone, he is getting married, so don't get excited.
I'm getting married. I'm second time around. I can't wait. No, really, I can't wait.
Yeah, no, you can't wait. Are you telling them or yourself, Kris?
I'm telling everyone. I think as a man, you go through different phases in your life on what you want. And I think the younger, like, early 20s, mid 20s, guys, we want a hot girl. Like, I mean hot. We don't care what's going on upstairs. We just want it to look good. We want other people, other men to just be like, damn.
How did you get her?
Are you serious? Like, that's what I feel. But then as you get older and you go through different relationships and you realize that.
Okay, this is not doing well for Brianna. Brianna is really hot, by the way, people.
Oh.
She got the brains and the beauty.
Yeah, yeah.
Careful how you wear this.
Now that I'm older, I have settled.
Doesn't really care.
No, but Brianna, my fiance is hot. I mean, I'm lucky to get like both ends. But
Yeah,
what
I
I'm
wish she was
saying
here.
is that no matter how hot a woman is, at the end of the day, after a couple of years of being in a relationship,
They all look the same.
Looks mean nothing and everyone looks the same. I've been with very attractive women in my life. I've been with average women. That sounds bad. I'm an average guy. Like, I'm not Brad Pitt or whatever, whoever. But like what I'm saying is, like, at the end of the day, it all just evens out. So later on, like the man that I am now, when I met Brianna 5 years ago, she was gorgeous. So this is hard to say, but it wasn't like I only wanted to look. I didn't care about how just someone looked, because I knew that I was a father of 2 girls. I wanted to make sure that the next person that I took seriously in my life was someone that I really wanted to sort of settle down with, had good morals, had a great, relationship with me, with my girls and all that. But initially as a guy, man, yeah, we're out there. We just want to see like something hot. We want our friends to be like jealous of who we have. But I think progressively as you get older and you get a little bit wiser, you want an attractive woman, don't get me wrong, but you want someone that you can actually have. You want a conversation with someone.
I also feel that you're lazy, like as in you are lazy because you have to get up so early. You don't want to go out, so you'd quite like somebody at home.
I'm not like a, and it's funny because Brianna, before I met her, was someone that would go out all the time. She was, 25, I think, when I met her. So she was like, in that age of going out, loves to go to clubs, bars, and not that I don't like to do that, but I didn't want to do it as often. She's really adjusted her lifestyle to me, and I could sense that she was at one stage wanting to go out more. And what's really important is communication. She communicated that to me, and I've gone, okay, cool. Like, if you ever want to go out, please. Like, I don't want to be like, no, you're not going out. You have to come with me. Like, go out. And then I would sit here at home and just chill and like Netflix and just watch, and it was cool. Like, I thought
you would Netflix and chill.
I would Netflix and chill on my own. It was amazing. But what girls have got to understand here is the way that you portray yourself is who you're going to attract. All right. So if you out. I hear so many girls are like, oh my gosh, there's just no good guys here. I can't meet a guy. It's like, man, you are putting out on your Instagram, half naked photos of yourself, or you're out at a club every single night at a table at some club. And it's like, you're going to attract those type of guys. And I tell you now, those guys that are out at a club at a table every single weekend, for one, I'm telling you straight out, they know that they're not going to find their future wife at that club or that future partner. They are going to that club to pick up someone that they can just spend and have a bit of fun with. Like, that's what they're doing at a club. Like, you're not going to go to we have some of the most amazing clubs here in Dubai. And I've got mates that go out every single weekend. And they know the crowd, they know the girls, they know the people, but it's the new girls that rock up that they haven't seen, and they're like, we're going in.
I kind of feel like men have this like clock. It's like right time, right place. Like it could be anyone at this stage that they just suddenly decide that it's their time. They want a girl and they just pick up the first thing and that's it. Like they could have dated somebody else for like 7 years and then like 5 minutes later they got engaged to somebody else. And you're like, what?
Yeah, no, it's true. But then men also have, without you women knowing, a lot of us men have a huge checklist, okay? One of my good friends, he's 36 now, never really been in a long-term
Yeah,
relationship.
well, that might have something to do with it, Chris. That the checklist annoys me so much.
I tell him as well. I say to him, like, man, what do you... But he goes, you know what? I know what I want, and until I find it, I'm not going to settle. And I had to respect him for it.
Well, he's going to be single for the rest of his life.
He just found someone.
Oh, stop it.
And they've been together for a year. And I said to him, well, this is the longest relationship I've ever seen you in. He says, man, she basically ticks off all the boxes. And his checklist is BS. Like some of... Do you know what was on one of these checklists?
You know what?
And this is no word of a lie. She has to have nice-looking toes.
Well, that actually leads into my other question. Because, like, when what are the sexy things? You take Brianna, pretend there's no Brianna. And I'll pretend there's no Gem. Like, if I look at a man, like, the first thing I look at is hands and, like, shoes. Men, shoes. I can't
Really?
tell you.
Shoes is true, because I always say that you get judged by your shoes as a man.
Beyond. You would not, again, make it anywhere near first date with me.
These are $400 shoes.
They're horrendous, Chris. Horrendous.
They've got glitter on the side.
That's exact. If I gave them to my 9-year-old son, all right, or my 13-year-old daughter,
These
you
are
have
goose,
the same
something goose.
Yeah, golden goose. Okay.
Golden goose, yeah. These are...
I know, but I think
like
you
the
said...
limited edition versions as well.
It looks like someone drew on the side of them too. I think you sent me a picture of these from LA, and I told you then and there not to buy them, but they're on your feet.
I bought them.
Yeah.
So shoes are important for a woman. Like, you really do look at a guy's pair of shoes, really.
Yes.
What, a guy wearing Yeezys? Are they around? Like, I mean, are Yeezys cool now?
Right. I mean, that's okay.
Dressy shoes.
Like dressy, like shoes. Like proper shoes. Like, I love common projects on men. Ooh.
I don't know what
hard.
a common project is.
Like, clearly not. But you should get some.
What is it? Is it like a business?
Trainer.
Oh, trainer.
Yeah, but it's very cool.
Common project.
Yeah.
How much are they?
I actually don't know. Not that bad. Less than those. Chris, you can get them in the Dubai Mall.
I know, but materialistic women really like just...
I don't think that's materialistic. It's a sign of style. There's less money than you're spending on that. I'm not talking about money. I'm talking about it's a sense of style. I mean, I guess men are like malleable and you can always change them, to be honest. But like... So
for a man's point of view...
I look at hands too.
We're looking at... Oh, don't look at my nails. They're
You've
horrible.
got tiny little fingers.
Yeah, I know. They're jarred from basketball as well. Don't.
Oh, look at him go. Look.
Jeez.
Used to play basketball.
No shoes, fingers. Like, and but how are you supposed to meet a man that could be the man of your dreams, but you've blanked out because of the shoes and, let's say, hands? Like, how are you supposed to?
No, you know what? You're right. I should not be this shallow, and I haven't really been looking for quite a long time. So, to be honest, now maybe I'd look at different things. But it's true. Like, my girlfriends go out, and it's like when I look at their Tinder with them or whatever it's called. We have so much fun looking, and you look at all the different guys out there. These aren't particularly bad. There are other people's footwear or dirty, or you can see, bad hands. You don't have, you've got nice nails. You can see that you take care of yourself. There are certain things that switch you off. We talked about beards. You remember dirty beards and things like this. You said you spend like God knows how long washing that beard. Yeah. And grooming yourself. You take care of yourself. Yeah. And I think these kind of things, I consider some men you really like and they grow on you like fungus, and you're like, okay, they're fixer-uppers.
Yeah, but I think it depends on who you are. Like, you are a woman that looks after yourself. I feel like if there's a woman that doesn't really look after herself so much, or like is just normal, she may like that rugged guy that just rocks up with a messy beard, dirty hands, got his, he's a laborer, he works outside with his hands. I think there's different people like different things.
Different strokes for different folks.
But like, if you're looking, all I know is that from a male's perspective, what you put out there, women, is like, if you're putting out there that like, you're going to attract what you put out there. So
basically, you think if you're cheap, you'll get cheap.
Yeah, if you're at that club on a Friday brunch or a Friday night where that crowd, you're not going to find them.
Melissa's at the brunch.
I'm talking to Melissa. That's why you're not going to get. Romeo's not going to be sitting there. Tell her. Romeo's not going to be. You're going to have the same.
Yeah, she's changing. She's changing her venues.
My friends and I are walking by, so we're like, why do we go to these
Yeah, Melissa's just off the mic right now she was saying to her friends, why do they go to such places? In Dubai, we have an amazing array of brunches, which means at around 12 o'clock on a Friday, you pay a certain amount and you get all you can drink and all you can eat for a certain amount. And
It's
literally,
like a zoo.
it's a zoo. People go there, they all start off like normal, and by the end of it, it's carnage. And
I went the other day. I was in shock. I was actually in shock. It was like walking into an arena, like a zoo. And just as you walk in, everyone's you're like, oh my God. And they sort of surround you and you're like, and you're not sure if you're going to get out of this alive.
Yeah, I've been to a couple afterwards as well where I've walked in and just gone, whoa. And because you're not on everyone's level, you're like, what is going on here? But what I'm trying to say is that I have got friends that go to the brunches as well, and the girlfriends, and they'll be like, there's no nice guys in Dubai. There's no one here. I'm like, what do you mean there is? They're just not getting
They're
completely
absolutely
smashed
wasted.
on a Friday night every Friday. And the reason why those guys are there, just to let you know, is because they're trying to find a girl that they can hook up with that day. So it's that cycle that you've got to try to break.
There's
and then
a sex culture. So there's people, you go to certain places if you want to get laid per se. And then you can go to places like if you want to meet nice men, I always say to my girlfriends, you go to nice restaurants, you go to the bars, you go to nice places like that, and where you're going to find people that aren't absolutely trashed. And in those places, you're waking up and it's just, I'm pretty sure you're going to have sex and they'll be gone in the morning, I presume.
Yeah, but you've also got to watch out for that, like the higher end, because then again, we've got really beautiful restaurants here in Dubai, down at DIFC, which is a city area where I feel like it's just a different type of man that's there. Like, it's the same outcome. They're going there to find that girl to take home, but they may not be off their head, but they're just having more expensive meals and drinks, but the outcome is the same. Like, that's what it is. And again, then there's different type of women there that are looking for that wealthier type of guy that wants
Looking for the sugar daddy.
Yeah, so it's funny. It's so easy to see it all happen. And I just think from a man's point of view, we know that. Like, we totally know that. Like, when in my little single period that I was between my ex-wife and meeting Brianna, my fiance, me and a couple of mates would go to Zoomer on a Wednesday night or on a Friday night just to, we knew what we were going to see. Like, let's go get some girls who, da-da-da.
You are quite a well-known face here. God. And so dating for you, how was that here? Because I imagine, in Dubai, you really are well known. Like, your face is unfortunately everywhere.
I didn't date when it was very hard because I'm a father of two. I didn't want to just be that guy going around the scene. You know what I mean? So I really had to have that. Didn't trust women, for example.
Of course not.
So,
and you need to find the next one was going to be the mother, like a new mother to your children as well here.
So I didn't want to start anything seriously. So when I met Brianna, and it was sort of like we both didn't want it. Like, we weren't meaning to have a full-on relationship. And we only met like randomly sort of through Instagram. And it was actually really random how it all happened.
Where was your first date?
I took her to
God, don't say
Ravi's in
McDonald's.
Satwa.
What's Ravi's?
Ravi's is a Pakistani restaurant in the hood.
Oh my God.
It's famous, but it's about 25 dirhams for an entire meal. She tells me now that she's just
We're just talking
in.
about, here she is.
So you're off mic. So
Look, you've just thrown him off.
Yeah, put this on. Hold on, no, I'm not.
Oh, here she is. We're going to have her point of view.
Come here, hold on, babe.
We'd all like to know Brianna, actually.
Oh, sit down. You didn't mean to come on, but that's good. We were just talking about you. Hi, baby. Hi. How are you? I know. I think this is she didn't want to come for this, but we got her on. Because literally we didn't even mean it to be talking about you tight outside.
We're talking about your first date.
So Brianna has just walked in. First date. Where did I take you? It's on.
Was it the Robbie's in Satwa one? Yeah, that was one of the first dates.
What made you stay? It sounds awful.
Well, I mean, it wasn't supposed to be as serious as it is. It was supposed to be a kind of a casual thing, right? Yeah.
So we're just talking about what, like, first impressions, like what you go for. We've talked about this on the show before, that Kris, you met Kris through Instagram.
Yes.
And he was, obviously he's well known and everything like that before, but what was it? Because, God, we'd all like to know, that attracted you to him?
I don't think she was.
I didn't know who he was because I was only very new to this country, to the city, and I didn't know anything about him.
So how did you end up following him?
Just because can I be honest?
Yes, be honest.
Be 100% honest.
Well, because he doesn't believe this story. I don't think he likes it as much. It's not really romantic. I wanted Lady Gaga tickets, and Virgin Radio was hosting a Lady Gaga show, and I was trying to find a way to get them.
I believe that. I really believe that. That makes a lot more sense than
So
she
you followed me?
hunted you down.
No, followed me. Yeah, continue.
Let's all go with that story.
Yeah, followed me.
So I followed him, and I accidentally, which this he doesn't believe, I accidentally unfollowed him.
Yeah,
I pushed the button too many times.
Yeah, you accidentally.
And he
And then he
noticed,
said
which
he
was
was
Like a week later, accidentally.
strange.
Because I saw her following me and I checked her out her pictures. I thought, she's pretty nice. And then that was it. Didn't do anything.
Because we all know how lazy
you
Kris is to leave the house and actually have to go and meet her one. So the fact that you would just come and he could take you down to Ravi's, you like the ideal date for him.
So that's how we met, though. That's
how we met on Instagram.
Then I messaged her saying, "Did you unfollow and follow me to get my attention?" She said, "No, it was an accident."
No.
I said, "Anyway, it did work." And then that's how it really happened. Then she hit me up for Lady Gaga tickets, and then I sent.
Did you give them to her?
Yeah, I gave my assistant to go get her. Where did you get the? Do you remember? I didn't go meet her. I didn't give it to her.
I think it
because I
was,
thought to myself, she wants me to meet her to give her the tickets. I'm like,
I
she
know,
ain't
I
gonna meet
remember
me.
where it was.
I was playing smooth, right? So I got someone to go give her the tickets, and I literally just said to her, "Have a great night, enjoy the show." That was it. Mm-hmm. And she messaged me at the Lady Gaga concert.
Did I?
Don't pretend you don't remember. So I was on stage in front of the entire crowd, and then I got off looking all sweaty and sexy. And
Oh my God,
and then I saw her, and then I tell you how I knew that we were going to be together. Well, I knew there was another night happening. Was she was there with a friend, and then I said, "Hey, how you doing?" We just chatted, but I think I chatted more to Monica, your friend, for a while.
Yeah,
she's pretty quiet. Brianna's pretty quiet. She doesn't know you. She doesn't talk too much.
So high school when you like the girl, but then you just talk to the friend.
Yeah,
so
I was talking. The friend was a fellow Australian, so we spoke. And anyway, that was it. Brianna disappeared and her friend disappeared. I was leaving the show early before Gaga even got on because I just wanted to get out. I'd been working. And as I was walking past, she was at the bar of where the stadium was. And then she goes, "Oh my gosh, you're going already?" And I said, "Yeah, I got to go. I've just been working." She's like, "Okay." She came and gave me a kiss on the cheek, half cheek, a little bit of like corner lip here, right? And I went, I'm in. So then I said, "Maybe we'll see each other again." And she goes, "That'd be nice." And then I walked off, and I remember having my buddy there going, "Bro, I'm in. I'm in." And then we started communicating from then, I think. And our first date after that was actually our first date was at the gym.
One of them was at the gym.
We went to the
you went to
gym.
Ravi's in the gym.
Went to the gym. We worked out together, and I was
You
like,
better hope she never leaves you.
"What?" Yeah. But then the third date, I took you to
The night, yeah.
Nobu.
Like the first, to me, it was a real date because then it was a little, more nice.
But did you find me attractive at all?
That's it. No. I know. Let me do this. What do you look for in a man? Like, what are the first things you
Don't
notice?
ask that question. Ask what did
If you
you
weren't
see
there.
in me?
Okay,
There's no more man anymore.
No,
okay?
before. There was
Before,
a B before BC, before
it
Kris.
depends on.
Hey, yeah, you're right.
I mean, it really depends on how the relationship is going to be. If it's something casual, then obviously.
What do you look for in a casual relationship? The shorts he's wearing. I said I look at shoes. Kris would not have made it past
The shoes.
an hour.
Oh, no. If it was based on style, probably not. I mean, it was a lot better.
I think the same shoes as my 13-year-old daughter.
Yeah.
I'm wearing H&M black.
Well, he had his cornrows at the time, so I thought he was a bit
You
already.
met him with the cornrows?
I met him with the cornrows.
Oh my
That's why I
God.
was like, yeah, this is
No,
not
this is
going to
so much
last.
better.
Oh, yeah.
This is so much.
I'm gonna get drilled. I'm getting drilled here now.
Yeah, every
so
week.
No.
okay. But
No, you look so handsome now.
But I
The
tell you,
cornrows
I
were bad.
didn't like. I thought you were attractive, but I wasn't like, oh, she's the most beautiful girl in the
Yeah,
world.
was-
Kris,
I don't
there's
think-
no need to hit back.
I want to get my go. No, but what I'm saying is like, I don't know if we.
Everyone, their engagement will be ending right here on this podcast.
I don't think we both found each other like super attractive. I don't know. Like,
It wasn't love at first sight.
It wasn't love at
It
first
was-
sight.
I have to say, my husband and I weren't.
Yeah.
You seen the size of my husband's nose? When I met him, all I could do for the first time when he was going in for the kiss, I was thinking, shit, which way do I go? It was like, there was no way.
I get that. I get that.
that.
I'm just kidding. I'm
And
kidding.
it's never the
You
ones
don't-
that
you
you
don't
go,
have a
like,
big nose.
my mum always taught me that, look at them, they're making up. This is a kiss and tell before, because they know how much shit they're in later.
No way.
My mum always said to me, you should never marry the man that you go, that makes you have those extreme highs and lows, that
Yeah.
you should like you grow. I don't know if this is going very well. I think we should end this conversation. You grow on each other like fungus. You get to know each other better. And it's a slow burn, but it's a good one.
Yes.
And I think that's really important, that when I met Brianna and Brianna met myself, we both weren't like, oh my gosh, this is the one. We weren't both looking for a relationship. She flew from LA. She was here for 5 months. She was, I think, planning on going back home to America. Like, I'd come out of my wedding, my
yeah, pretty much.
marriage,
Looking for a new one.
marriage. Yeah,
I'm married. I'm going to
we both went there. But what ended up happening was we both just started seeing each other. And it's funny because not long ago we went back through our old Instagram messages where we did a lot of communicating, and there was like messages from her going, I mean, what did it say? Like, I don't know if this.
Yeah, I said like this is because it happened very fast. Kind of everything. Like, like obviously it was very nice to have a companion and a friend and whatever. But then when we started getting feelings, it was like, whoa, like, is this good for both of us? Like, it's too soon.
I remember her sending a message going like, "This, I'm really thinking about you too much."
Yeah.
I don't know what it
like,
was.
is it good? Is this
I said
good
it's
for
normal,
us?
baby.
Kind of, yeah.
It's normal to think about me.
It's ruined the moment.
Yes.
No, but 5 years on now, we're together for 5 years, and I think every day, every month we grow a little bit closer together, which I think is cool. Like,
I think the key is to something like this is that you didn't have any expectation going in.
Yeah.
Right.
And I think a lot of times with people, they put so much expectation into, and relationships, and probably helped that you'd just come out of a relationship, to be honest, because you were like, stand back, and you've just moved here and you were going to leave. So, you weren't looking for anything, which means I find when you're like that, and then you can grow a friendship because the expectation isn't there. And then you can develop all those feelings for each other.
Right.
And then, you get a much longer, stronger relationship for each other than you do when you have this immediate chemistry.
I agree. I think it's so much.
Yeah.
I mean, I love the way. I mean, even though it wasn't ideal, and I was going through. I was in the midst of the divorce that I was going through. We had been separated for a few years, but it was the amidst. What's the word I'm saying? The middle of the divorce, basically.
I mean, I think the thing is, you've been just quite traumatized by your divorce.
I mean, your divorce is shit, and I would never go through it again.
Yeah. And then, oh God.
As I look at Brianna.
Yeah. But then, I think that's what's so brave, like to do it, it's when you know that you have the right person. If you want to go from what you went through to going straight back into it.
Yeah.
And that's why, you also, I think that you're not very good at, you don't want to be on your own. Like he's a family man.
Yeah,
he
we're
has
just saying that. He can't.
Yeah.
He can't
I can't be on my own.
can,
You guys all say that I can't be on my own.
I can't see it.
I can do it alone.
Yeah, I can do it alone.
And no disrespect to my ex-wife, but being with Brianna, it's like a completely different feeling. Like, I know that it's real and right, that took a while, like, as in, it doesn't just happen real quickly. The fact that it took 4.5 years to propose but we had spoke about it, but like, I really in myself, I thought I owed it to myself and to the kids to make sure that if I am going to propose to a woman, that I am 100% sure. So I think that's, there is you will know that right feeling. I do believe in that sense that we have as humans of like, am I doing the right thing here? Like that little thing, am I sure like that word is right, I do believe that. So let's see. We're gonna hopefully get married next year, and Caroline's gonna sing for us at the wedding. She said, "Yeah, she's a singer." You didn't know?
I didn't know.
I'm not going to
No,
sing
she's
to you.
joking. No, her voice is horrible.
It's
I've
beyond.
never heard your voice.
No,
Is it
please,
horrible?
God, it's beyond awful.
I just picked it as being a bad voice.
No, it's really bad. It's really, really, really bad.
Well, Kris wanted us to do a duet at the wedding. It's not happening.
Yeah,
No,
she
please.
went
Well,
through
no,
it.
literally, he was like, let's.
I do
take
feel like
singing
need to go down the aisle,
Oh my God.
but with you both. But
I wanted
you know,
to do
that'd be
Fabulous
fun.
into you, and I wanted to be Fabulous, and I wanted her to be Tamia.
Yeah.
It's not happening.
So
I just absolutely
Yeah,
can't
girl.
sing.
No.
No, but I think these kind of things like but also the difference is like we talk about this a lot too. You're in different age brackets.
Yeah.
You're near my age.
How
And-
old are you now?
I'm 31 years old.
Yeah,
Just turned
she's-
31. I just turned 39.
Yeah, and I'm 43. So you're in
Wow.
a very different age bracket. Like, as in, I mean, it's still you're close to him, but you act like you're 53. So, like, it's also keeping that.
Same as me.
Just
I mean,
said
so
that.
much
so
fun.
easy.
Because I don't go out and get wasted every weekend doesn't mean I'm 53. I am making money.
Yeah.
So am I, Kris.
But I'm,
so am I.
yeah, well, I'm
Right.
working and I'm doing what I got to do. And
So am I, Kris.
yeah, well, you're in a different line.
No.
You get your work allows you to do that. My work doesn't.
My work actually insists I do
I
that.
know. My work starts at 4:30 in the morning. It's not fun.
I get home at 4:30 in the morning.
But
same.
we were same life. We were talking about it. You would when I met you, you would go. You were someone that went out a lot, and then gradually it sort of got lesser and lesser being.
Yeah, but
with
I
me.
don't believe that you should kill that side. I always think
yeah.
it's important because I think that it will just come back at a later stage,
Yeah.
which is what happened to me in a way. Like, I stopped when I had all my babies and I had
Yeah.
IVF, I had a big business, I was exhausted in the evening. And then, of course, then I felt like I'd missed out. And like, I said this about you the other day, not that you were here, but I don't know if you listened to our podcast, I hope so. That it's important that you still have that side of your life. It's all balance because as
Yeah.
much
Yeah.
as you're ready to like put up your shoes, and I do understand why, because you have to get up so early.
Yeah.
But like, there is a fine line between going to the early bird special every night.
We went out last weekend, didn't we? Where did we
Yeah.
go? Some brasserie in DIFC. Like,
Yeah, it was fun.
We're up to 2 a.m. in the morning. Like, that was late for me.
That's
But
great. 2 a.m. is late for anyone.
I've noticed, and correct me if I'm wrong, but I think over the last year I've said to Brianna, like, oh, if you want to go out, go out. And I try not to give you a guilt trip about it. Try not to, but
Yeah.
and then I just want, because I do
But
know.
does he make you pay for it in the morning?
No, it's
Ever?
sometimes. It used to, I think.
It's he's better, but yeah, I mean, guilt trips. This is like specialty.
Yeah,
He's like a
just a
master
little,
at giving it. Oh my
of
god,
course,
Yeah.
yeah.
It's amazing.
So that takes the joy out of it. See, there you go.
right.
But have I got better?
Think so. I can see you biting your tongue, like
See,
physically.
that's you see, that's Kris.
Yeah,
that's not like letting someone go.
lucky to be
I've
with
had
you.
that with when you see it physically, you clench your teeth. My husband does it sometimes. He's guilty of it. But I mean, I do push boundaries. I have to be honest. I'm like having a wayward toddler. So there's a fine line between, there's a big difference between where you are
crossed
and where
that
you
line.
are. I do, yeah, sure. I like tables, dancing on them. And I'm like, but then my husband's got used to it. He's like, well, you'll be like that for the rest of your life. You know.
Well, there's one thing that Kris won't let happen.
What?
Bachelorette party.
Stop, Kris.
He said no.
I did not say
We are
no.
having. Oh my God.
You said you didn't want to have
Every
a
girl
bachelorette
wants
Yeah,
a
party.
because
bachelorette.
I don't want to fight.
Oh my God, Kris.
So you want to have a bachelorette
Of course,
party?
we need strippers. Everyone
You're
wants
not-
strippers. Oh my God,
it's
Kris.
disgusting.
No, it's amazing.
I don't even want that at my place.
No.
My
We
party.
are.
No,
Well, then
it's
you
a-
don't have it. No, we have to. We're going to have like strippers and party
You're not
games.
having any of that.
And like little penises straws.
Oh, disgusting.
Like the whole thing. Yeah.
Not in
Boo.
this country.
Yes, we are.
Nope.
Okay, we'll fly.
Yep, you can fly then.
We'll fly
Really?
to Vegas. Oh, don't ask.
I
We
know.
have this on record. This is good as this will stand up in the court of law. You said we could go. Look at his eyes. No, Kris, that is like
gosh.
everyone's
I'll hear it
God-given
after.
right. That's like the last hurrah. We need to tie her
tradition.
naked to a lamppost somewhere and leave her there for 3 hours and see if she can get undone. It's the whole thing.
Did you even have a bachelorette
Oh, yeah,
party?
I did in New York. My husband went to Vegas. I went to New York. Diane Kruger threw mine in this restaurant. I got thrown out of Hogs and Heifers, where the whole point of Hogs and Heifers is to take your bra off. I don't know how I got thrown out, but I was. I can't remember. And then in the morning, I was in New York with like 12 girlfriends of mine. And I call my husband, and he's meant to be on a plane. I hear boom, boom, boom. And I'm like, are you on the plane? He's still in the nightclub.
Jesus, like the
we had
Hangover
best.
movie.
It was The Hangover. Absolutely. No, she has to have one. Like, this is her first first marriage, just because you've done it before.
I didn't have a bachelor party last time.
You never had one either?
No, I never felt like it.
He's happy to do like a joint one.
That is a crock of no. Or I'll go to yours. I'll have you stripped naked and tied to a pole and covered in foam too.
I don't want to have one.
That's why you're going to have one, Kris.
No way. I go to bachelor parties sometimes, and I'm like, it's by the end of it,
But
it's
you
just like,
can't do that to
it's just
somebody else.
annoying.
That's her wedding
If
too.
if you want to have a bachelorette party, have it. I just
but
didn't think you
you're
wanted to
like-
have one.
No, you made up the mind.
What
You
is
made
that?
up
Is
the
that a
mind.
sign
Look,
for agreeing
he's
with me?
itching. He's
I
like,
didn't know you wanted to
he's
have
like,
one.
yeah, he's like scratching himself. He's shifting his. I've never seen him move this much in the sofa.
No, I'm waiting for a phone call.
Yeah,
Sorry.
like he's
Selling
trying
my
to sell a
Trans Am.
car.
Yeah, I'm selling my 79 Trans Am, and if anybody wants it,
Yeah.
should be there around 2. No, we're okay. You want to have the full
Yes, she does. She wants the whole wedding thing.
party.
She wants what every girl does.
I mean, it doesn't have to be as cheesy as the straws. It doesn't. It can be somewhere nice, but yeah, with the girls, it would be nice to do something.
And the strippers.
Yes.
Well,
Yes.
I mean, I do
had
find
one
him
for
a
my
bit
birthday
cringy.
just now. I had a policeman in New York.
Oh,
I mean,
he's
in
they're
LA.
a
It
bit
is the
cringy.
most
I mean-
cheesiest, cringiest. I'm
They
talking
are.
from males to females.
Sorry, as a
It's just,
married woman, this is
it's-
the most fun we can have.
It's
So
usually-
it's not for the bride. It's
Yeah,
for us.
exactly. It's
Yeah.
usually for the other people, and I'm always like,
Yeah.
whoa, man, that's just. I don't know. Maybe I'm different. Maybe I'm different.
Would it?
We could go to Thunder Down Under.
I don't want any. Do you really want to? You think I want to see more Aussies before I get married to an Aussie?
We won't go to, but they
You're
all look the
lucky.
same, do they? Chris, can you stop reading your phone? If I was doing that in the podcast, you'd be so
I'm not
upset.
reading my phone.
You are.
Put your phone down.
Exactly.
Okay.
It's like so uncool.
So what have you've agreed that you're going to do a bachelorette party here?
I mean,
zoned out.
the girls have obviously are ready and willing to do it.
Of course, she should do
But
it.
I don't know. Let's see. We'll talk about it.
Look, you see, she's
no,
like,
if you want to do it, we do it. If you want to do it, do it.
she wants to do it. She wants the full experience. Let her have it. It's, you know,
I'm getting this death stare. I don't know.
Yeah.
What do
You're
you mean? I'm
scaring me,
saying
like-
you told me you didn't want to do a
Women- no,
bachelorette
because
party
she's
before.
scared.
because
of
you
your-
told me you didn't want to do it.
I'm not going to have one. I'm not having a bachelor party.
You got to do something, a little celebration.
gonna-
just go for dinner with the
Nothing?
boys. You don't have to have
I know.
strippers.
It
I might
doesn't have to be.
100%. I can go get some dinner and have some fun.
It could,
Yeah.
Okay, what I would like to do is, yes, celebrate with the girls. It doesn't have to be full on.
Or she could do like go away for like here for a staycation in
Yeah.
a nice hotel and just like
Yeah.
it doesn't have to have the strippers. I mean, if I was doing it, there'd be a lot of strippers, but fine.
Yeah, it doesn't have
Jesus
to.
Christ.
We can
Get her
compromise.
out.
Foam,
Foam,
there'll be a lot of foam.
I just see it. I guess because I've seen them. I don't know. I've seen those
yeah, but
bachelorette parties.
it's.
And I'm always like,
do you
oh.
understand? It's
And the
like
bachelor
Brianna's
parties.
first time.
I went to Vegas with 19 guys for my brother's mate's party, one of our mates.
Don't judge her on your dirty standards.
So ours was, well, we were thinking about going to Ibiza.
Amazing.
Yeah, we were thinking about doing a joint one in Ibiza
No,
where we
you
get
are-
like.
not the
Then the
same.
girls stay in one villa, the boys stay in another, and then like one night we go all out or something.
Do you think I don't want to do it
together.
because I'm jealous? It's got nothing to do with that.
No, I just think you want to ruin her fun.
I don't want to ruin her fun. Not at all. What would I- no,
Let
no,
her
no.
go to Vegas with the girls.
Vegas. She lived in
no,
Vegas.
Vegas.
for
No,
six
Ibiza.
months.
I won't go
Ibiza.
to- I won't go to
Ibiza.
Vegas.
All right. Well, that's the end of the podcast.
Yeah, look, he's having a whole little meltdown.
Sorry.
He doesn't know what to do. We've called him out. But I do think that women, as I said, you have been through this before. This is her first time. You want to do the bachelorette. You want to do the big dress. You want to
I
do
haven't
the...
done that before. I got married in the courts in 10 minutes in my first marriage.
Why does she have to... That's horrendous.
Yeah, exactly. I just got married because I was coming here. So I was literally went to, my parents didn't know about it. No one knew. Went and got married. 10 minutes, no bachelor. Had a coffee
Okay, well,
afterwards.
you just told her she's never doing this again. So, like, you make it all sound so romantic, Kris.
Yeah, but
God.
we're having a big wedding. We're gonna get it all done.
We'll get it all
I
done.
think we should definitely do it. I wanted to do some sort of celebration.
We'll do a
party.
celebration.
But as I said to Brianna, like earlier on, what I said was like,
Look, he's still sweating. He's actually sweating.
I'm not
Bucket.
sweating.
You
I'm dry
are.
skin ass.
But-
I said I don't want to have to worry now about. We've already got. Obviously, my schedule's really hectic, but we've got a bunch of trips. We're trying to get her family over from LA here. We're trying to do all this stuff is going on. I'm like, wow, we're going to throw a bachelorette and bachelor party.
I don't think we
in the
throw
middle of
it though, right?
No, somebody
It's the
else
friends.
throws it.
The
Yeah.
friends do
Her
it,
friends organize it for her, and
Yeah.
she could do it really early. She doesn't have to be on the wedding.
Yeah.
I mean, she can do it way before, and they just go.
Thinking about it. Do you see how
Yeah, we'll get back to you on this because I don't think this will be resolved here, and we'll let you know if the wedding actually goes ahead.
I'm the only guy in this entire room.
I know.
Yeah.
This is great. This was actually the whole point of this
Even
podcast.
even the freaking dog is a female here. Like, that's the female dog. Even the male dog's not. Hercules, come back me up.
You're gonna get a period soon.
Yeah, no, we're not. Well, let's see. That was fun. How did we even get on? How did we get Brianna
Sorry,
involved in this?
I don't know.
I
She walked in.
That's-
It wasn't
that's what
on
it was.
purpose, and now you're really upset. I can see it. So it's
I'm
perfect.
not upset.
Yes, you are. We all know. Look, even Juju's nodding
I
her
look
head.
upset.
Yes, we all know. Your gritted
I'm
teeth.
not upset.
Gritted teeth. I am not upset. The vein in your
It's okay.
neck's gone. It's got a whole
It'll need
vein
some-
pulsating.
Sorry,
Yeah.
don't
I
Right
am
now,
not upset.
he wants to like pummel me a little bit.
Caroline's not going to your bachelorette party.
No, it pummeled me with his
Oh
fist.
my goodness.
No, I said you're not going to her bachelorette party.
I know I'm not.
No.
You know you wouldn't let me go.
No
You'd
way.
never. I'd be
Wouldn't know
orchestrating
what would happen there.
it. I told you she'd be tied to a lamppost.
Yeah, like, nah, not
In
happening.
Asian provocateur.
Wow.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay.
Is that it?
Yeah, I guess.
We'll bring that up. We'll have a discussion.
After the Bachelorette, we'll let you know what
discuss.
happened.
We'll give you an update
Update,
next week.
Bachelorette update. I can't
Yeah.
even say the word bachelorette. There
Hen-
we go.
hen
Hens
do.
night. We call them a hens
Hen.
night. What do you guys call them?
Right, Bachelorette.
Ba-
and
hen?
A
hen.
hen do?
Hens night in the UK. Okay.
Yeah.
Bachelorette in the States, right?
Yes.
All right. Well, listen. Send us a DM if you're listening to us. What do you think?
Let us know whether she should have one or not.
Should she have a bachelorette party? We'll see. I have no say, obviously. Anyway,
Obviously.
I want you to have fun. I want you to go have one.
Oh, that's so sweet of you, Chris. Oh, how nice.
I just don't want it to be tacky and cheesy.
The whole point of it, Chris. The whole
It doesn't
point.
need to be. This one's talking about the straws and all that we're gonna get. They're gonna get.
You just put them in your champagne.
Jeez,
Little plastic penises.
I'm not even gonna say the word. We're out of here. Kris Fade and Caroline Stanbury's Not So Epic podcast. Thank you
was
so
pretty epic.
much.
Really love making mine
Brianna,
comfortable.
the fiance. We'll talk to you soon. Bye.
Bye.
It's Kris Fade and Caroline Stanbury's Not So Epic podcast.
Brought to you by NMC Healthcare and Cosmisurge. Head to cosmisurge.com.